The Minnesota Media Archive is brought to you by North Metro TV. Your support helps make the archive possible. Please consider a one-time donation. The past comes alive at North Metro TV, where we can help you transfer your old videotapes, films, cassette tapes, record albums, and even photographs and slides to DVD and digital so you can enjoy them again. North Metro TV, bringing the past to life.
Welcome to Fogarty Arena tonight. Blaine Bengals will be taking on the Osseo Orioles tonight. And coming into this game, Blaine has a record of 5-10-0, and Osseo has a record of 7-5-2. Expect to see a pretty good matchup right now for tonight. Blaine's leading scorer is Dan Sin. He has 10 goals with 6 assists. And the next leading scorer is Nick Johnson with 8 goals. He only has 1 assist though. The leading assister on the team is Jake Haley with 7 assists. He also has himself 6 goals. For Osseo, their leading scorer is Jake Pernula with 11 goals and 7 assists. And you see the face-off right now. Blaine controls behind their own net, passes it around, it gets taken away by Osseo. Control back to Blaine, they bring it up through center ice, it gets taken away by number 19, Osseo. Number 19 is Kyle Lindergan. Osseo's doing a good job of creating a lot of traffic in front of the Blaine goaltender, who happens tonight to be Kyle Skalichki. See a lot of hitting up along the boards there. Some physical play early here on. And Blaine now works it through. They got a little bit of a line change. They're trying to catch Osseo on one of their own. And it gets, almost a breakaway there for Osseo, but Blaine stopped them. Osseo now set up behind their own net. Gets it up along the boards and taken back away and neutralized by Blaine. And Blaine sends it into the Osseo zone. Osseo now controls that center. Just manages to stay on sides there. Passes it back to the point. Up behind the net, and Blaine takes control of it again. And Blaine's is trying to clear here. Osseo doing a good job of not letting that happen. A nice check along the boards right there. Now Osseo controls neutral ice again. Osseo brings it into their own zone, trying to set something up, back at neutral ice. Given away to Blaine. Blaine sends it in off the boards, now behind the net for Osseo. Blaine takes it back. Osseo could, a huge hit right there. Nice hit by number 13, Chris DeClerc. Now DeClerc has the puck, and a goal! And very early goal. Just goal 2 minutes into the period by number 13, DeClerc. He started that playoff with a nice hit, and then he skated down ice and did it all himself. Goal unassisted by DeClerc. 2 minutes into the period, now Osseo controls behind their own net. Blaine is the type of team, too, that if they get down early, they really get down on themselves and make a lot of mistakes throughout the game. Channel 15 covered Blaine's first game of the season against Centennial, and they lost that game 17-0. So let's hope this early goal doesn't discourage Blaine too much and they can keep their heads into the game and come back here. Osseo tries to clear it out. They manage to do it, and Blaine gets it in. And Sin goes down. He gets taken down. There's going to be a penalty here. Penalty is going to be at number 16 of Osseo, Case Paxton. This penalty is going to be at 2:45 into the period. Blaine controls the face-off, looking to set up on this power play here, trying to get that goal back that they've given up. Osseo manages to clear it out, and Blaine sends it back in now. And Osseo gets it out all the way down ice. And that penalty was on Paxton for tripping. Now Osseo doing a good job on the penalty kill here, just keeping it behind the Blaine net, taking off as much time. There's a minute 25 left on it now. And Blaine skates it out. And a shot on goal, and a nice save there. Save was by Matt Wanvig, the goaltender. I'm sorry, that's Matt Vonwig. It's Matt Vonwig. He made the save. He's the starting goaltender for Osseo. And Blaine, they haven't really been able to do much on this power play. A little bit of a misplay there at neutral ice, letting it go all the way back in their own zone. Osseo, however, has done a superb job of actually getting the puck into the Blaine zone and controlling it for a little bit in here. There's only been one shot so far on this power play by Blaine. And Osseo takes control, tries to clear it, gets off, but now Osseo does get out. And there's going to be I almost had a breakaway by number 8 there, Jim Jensen for Osseo. He just couldn't control the puck though. It's not going to spell trouble for Blaine. And Blaine just, on this power play, can't control the puck, and now there's only 20 seconds left on it. And the puck's sent all the way down in the Blaine zone. Osseo's going to actually control it, and a big hit along the boards. Now Osseo, they're getting pushed around here. But Osseo does have the 1-goal lead, a very early goal, just 2 minutes into the period. And now it's full strength, and we're going to have an offsides call here. So Osseo manages to kill off their first penalty of the night. The penalty was on Paxton for tripping. So they had an early goal, did Osseo, then an early power play. Now going to be a face-off just outside the Osseo zone. Neither team has really set up their offense very well here in this game. Osseo just had a little bit of a break that got their first goal. And puck goes out of play. So now we're going to get the face-off. And so they're trying to decide where the face-off is going to be, and it's going to be just inside Osseo zone there. Blaine keeps it in. Osseo manages to clear it out now along the boards. And it's going to be an icing call, so the face-off is going to come deep into the Osseo zone. Blaine, they're going to be looking to try and control off this face-off real quick and get a quick shot, try and tie this game up. The face-offs inside the zones right in front of the goaltenders are the biggest ones for the defense to try and win, because you got to make sure that you don't allow a quick shot off the face-off. Osseo's going to control behind their net, cycling it around here. They clear it out, taken back away by Blaine at center ice, and they send it back in. They get a quick line change, and Osseo again, they control behind their own net. Like I said earlier, neither team is taking control over the game, and there's going to be another icing blown here. So Blaine has managed to keep the puck into the Osseo zone, but they haven't really gotten any shots off. they just are doing well enough of keeping the puck in, but they haven't done much to get any offense generated from having all this time in the Osseo zone. A quick shot from the point, hit the outside of the net. And the Osseo defenders step up to control the puck. And it gets taken away by Blaine here. Oh, and just couldn't connect on that pass. He had to get it up over the Osseo defender. That's going to be a 2-on-2 break here. Sin coming back though. A good back check by Sin to break up that play. And now Osseo, they're trying to keep the puck in, and they do not. And Blaine could not control that puck in neutral ice to get a break. So we're seeing a lot of back and forth here. And off the boards, as Osseo now controls. And now Blaine takes control in their own zone, sending it up. Oh, and a huge hit at center ice. Number 18, Jake Delaney. He just threw his weight around right there. The huge hit. And that sets up a little bit of an offensive chance for Osseo, but now they take it back into their own zone, trying to find someone open here, and now Blaine sends it in. Osseo quickly controls, and that puck goes out of the rink too. So the faceoff's going to come in the Osseo zone. And taking the draw for Blaine will be Casey, Doug Casey. Well, Blaine controlled, but the defender, number 19, Brad Jurdy, he fell down. So now there's a fight along the boards. Jurdy's in there. And Osseo now control behind the net. Cycling around, trying to get it out. And a big hit by Blaine right there. And now Osseo controls in the Blaine zone, gets a shot on net, deflected away. And Osseo trying to control the Blaine in the Blaine zone. The Blaine manages to clear it out. Each team doing a good job of, when the puck gets in their zone, they get it out real quick. But so far there's been one goal scored here by Osseo very early. So, other than that, there really hasn't been too many chances by the team. And a big hit again. And another big hit. Lots of hitting here. Very physical play. Nice defensive job there by Blaine, not allowing the pass out in front of the net to get to the Osseo player. Blaine just hasn't had much time being able to get some clean passes. Hasn't really had any breaks here. Because they've actually had the puck in the Osseo zone most of the time, they haven't been able to get a 2-on-1 break or a 1-on-1 break, anything like that, to try and get an open shot. Ooh, Blaine tried to get a pass out in front. It got deflected by Osseo. And Blaine again controls the Osseo zone. But Blaine was cutting towards the net, picked up well, and now the net is off its pegs. So the face-off's going to come again inside the Osseo zone. Again, Blaine, they're doing a very good job of keeping the puck in the Osseo zone, but they haven't been able to generate much offense because Osseo's defense has been stifling as of right now, not giving up really any shots or any passes out in front of the net. Now Osseo on a little bit of break, overskated the puck there was Justin Albers for Osseo. Now Osseo controls, bringing it back in their own zone, and it gets taken away by Blaine. Oh, just went wide of the net. That was Blaine's best chance so far. Turnover in the zone by Osseo, but the shot just went wide of the net. Now Osseo tries to push it up into the Blaine zone. They managed to do it, but Blaine's going to take control of it. Blaine tries to clear, kept in by Osseo. And a goal by Osseo! That goal was, I believe, by number 20. That's the second goal for Osseo here at 9 minutes and 46 seconds into the period. Osseo controls behind their own net. Sorry, that goal was scored by number 21, Brian Durbin. So that's second goal by Osseo, scored by Durbin. Again, like I had said earlier, after Osseo scored the first goal, Blaine is the type of team that they play well when it's a close game, when they are either tied or up by one, but as soon as they give up a lead, they tend to get down on themselves, start hanging their heads, and because Osseo, they really haven't had much offense, not many shots on the goal, it's just a couple of them have gone in now. And a nice defensive play there by number 5, Nate Johnson. He stepped up and laid a hit on Blaine there. Blaine now controls the neutral ice. They're still looking for their first goal here. But every time Blaine gets it in, they can't seem to get a shot. That shot went wide. Blaine only has about 1, maybe 2 shots on goal right now. And there was a shove down by Blaine. I think Blaine's starting to get a little frustrated here for how much time they've spent in their opponent's zone and have nothing to show for it. For a little time, Osseo has spent inside the Blaine zone, and they had 2 goals. They now have a little bit of a break here. And another goal! Here, this goal is scored by number 8. Goal scored by Jim Jensen. And this goal is at 11:42 into the period. So now it's 3-0 Osseo. And I'm starting to see a lot of what I saw from Blaine when I was here for the Centennial Blaine game. Was Blaine got down and then they just kept on giving up some mistakes there, and I have not seen very much from the goaltender of Kyle Skalichki. He's not looked very good here. He's made 1, maybe 2 saves so far, giving up 3 goals. That's not a very good ratio. Blaine now takes control of it behind the Osseo net. They got it out of the point now. A nice save there, being screened and even deflected. Manwig, he stepped up. And now Osseo controls, sends it up ice. They got a 2-on-2 break here. Turns into a 3-on-3 break. Shot saved there by Blaine. Puck out to the point. Osseo skates it down along the boards there. Tries to set it out in front of the net after a big hit. Osseo now controls that neutral ice. And Osseo, I saw a hit by one of the Osseo players when one of the Blaine people were skating off the ice for a line change. Blaine's definitely getting a little frustrated and a little angry with this Osseo team. And I'm afraid at that last game I was at, the Blaine Centennial game, the Centennial was up by quite a bit. There was a very big cheap shot by Blaine on one of the Centennial players. So, and now we're going to see a penalty here on Blaine. And the penalty is going to be at 13:19 into the period. It's going to be on number 15 of Blaine. That'll be Jimmy Van Ash. It's going to be a high stick called on him. So now Osceola's on the power play with a 3-goal lead here with just 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to go into the third, or in the first period, I'm sorry. And the referee got in the way a little bit there, the clearing attempt by Blaine. They still managed to get it out of the zone, but not all the way up ice, so Osceola quickly back in. And Osceola got the puck back to the point here. Misplayed a little bit, but they cycle it down along the boards. Ooh, a nice defensive play there by the goaltender. Shot at the point, deflected away. Shot was going to be high. He wasn't going to be in, but it still got deflected off to the side. Osceola still controls in the Blaine zone with a minute left in his power play. Cycle up to the point, a one-timer misplayed. We might have a little bit of a break here by Sin, and he has to slow down. I'm sorry, that was not Sin. That was Mike Windenhammer. I'm sorry, I thought it was number 18, Sin, instead of 13, Windenhammer. But either way, Osceola now controls. And they're gonna try and set up. Shot got deflected onto the net. Glove save there by Skalichki. The face-off with 31 seconds left in the power play is going to be in the Blaine zone. Osceola's only gotten about one shot, maybe 2 shots on this power play. And that puck was rolling around. It got covered up there by Skalichki. So Osceola's putting a lot of pressure on in this power play here. But really, the goals that Osceola's scored have been on more breakaways, 2-on-2 breakaways, things like that, not where they've been set up. So pad save there by Skalichki. Shot came from the point for Osceola. Blaine sends down. Gonna pretty much kill off the power play now. There's just about 7 seconds left, and Osceola still in their own zone now. So, but Osceola's controlling in the Blaine zone now. It's full strength here. The Blaine skater goes straight to his bench. So Osceola controls at the point, sends it down along behind the net. Oh! Tried to get a deflection out in front there, but couldn't find anybody. And Sin got hit in neutral ice. He tried to make a break. Nice step-up play there by Nate Johnson. He's one of the captains for Osceola. We got a whistle here now. Another puck out of play. And I guess they're saying the puck was played with a high stick, so face-off's gonna be in the Blaine zone here. The minute 10 left in this first period. Osceola right now leading 3-0. Blaine takes control of the face-off now, but now Osceola takes sort of fighting for the puck now, and Blaine kicks it out of the zone. Fighting up along the boards. Lots of pushing and shoving here. And Osceola comes away with it. Neither team's really controlled much here for the last minute now. They're just sort of going back and forth. Lots of pushing, lots of shoving. And Osceola tried to get on a little bit of a 2-on-2 break, but Blaine did a pretty good job holding Osceola up along the boards there. And another hit here. And number 22 for Blaine, Matt Markgraf. He tried to do it all on his own here. Oh, and a glove save. It's about a 2-on-2 break. Shot came from the wing, and it was a glove save here. 9 seconds left in the period. Osceola was looking to try and pick up a late 4th goal here. But you can just see from Blaine, as of right now, they're definitely hanging their heads. They're discouraged that they're down 3 goals right now, and I saw a couple of hits there that were a little touchy, but hopefully Blaine, they'll go to the locker room. Coach will talk to them. They'll come out strong in the second period. So this is going to be into the first period, 3-0. Osseo over Blaine here at Fogarty Arena. Here at the Fogarty Arena. Blaine taking on Osseo. Blaine right now trails 3-0. Saw the opening face-off here in the second period. Osseo controls at neutral ice. Big hit right there at the blue line by Blaine. Sent in now behind the Blaine net. Osseo controls. Oh, another big hit. It's like Blaine wanted to come out here in the second period and throw their weight around. Glove save. Only that was gonna go in. It looked like it was going up over the net, but the Osseo goaltender makes sure. And it looks like for Blaine now, they have in Scott Jieger in goal, I believe, number 37. So Blaine replaces their goaltender after allowing 3 goals in the first period. And Osseo takes away, they're on a breakaway. Oh! Shot went up over the net like it just got deflected by the goaltender, so he gets tested earlier in this period on a breakaway and stonewalls him. Blaine now controls their own zone, sends it behind their own net. And they clear it out all the way down. There's going to be no icing called. They wave off the icing. And they're fighting for it along the boards there. And Blaine tries to send it out in front of the net. There's no one there for Blaine to take control of it though. So Osseo sends it down. Now they get a line change. And Blaine's going to send it in. And there's going to be an icing here. An icing. So, Blaine doing a lot of what they did in the first period. Spending lots of time in the Osseo zone. But again, their offense just can't do anything to get the puck in. Where Osseo, they've spent very little time in the Blaine zone, managed 3 goals. So, but they're getting a lot of offensive chances on short little breakaways of 2-on-2s, and those are the goals that they've been scoring. So now Osseo controls up along the boards in the Blaine zone here. Osseo gets it out to the point, a shot from the point, very wide of the net. They now control down around. Shot got deflected away. There, a nice little nonchalant save by Jagger. So he's definitely done much better than Skolinski. Skolinski, he gave up 3 goals in that first period on, I would have to say, not incredibly tough shots. A couple of them were unlucky goals, but there's gonna be an offside called here now. A little bit of a late hit up against the boards. The Osseo captain, number 4 there, Austin Adolf, he took a little bit of offense to that late shot there. And Blaine, they're definitely a little frustrated with the way they've been playing here tonight. Not scoring a goal yet, down 3-0, and starting to take their frustrations out on Osseo. And another save. Osseo's getting a lot more shots here early than they did early in that first period. And Jager, he's there to step up. So he's gonna have to be pretty much perfect here the rest of this game if Blaine wants to win it. They're not one of the biggest offensive teams, with their leading goal scorer having only 10 goals. So, although Osseo at the same time is also not a very big offensive team, with their leading goal scorer only 11. So, we're expecting to see a pretty low scoring defensive type game, but Osseo's gotten a few goals in here. And Blaine now controls behind their own net. Sends it up and it hits the ceiling. There's going to be a face-off inside the Blaine zone. Tried to clear it on down ice without icing it, but he got it too high up the air, hit the ceiling, so. And Blaine controls the face-off. Blaine still controls in their own zone now. Sends it along the boards, trying to get out. Osseo takes over. Blaine takes it back though. Across the ice, gets out of the Blaine zone into the Osseo zone now. Osseo controls. They try to clear and can't. They have it behind their own net, up along the boards. Blaine keeps it in. And it's cycling around the board still. Shot on. Couple of saves there. And a nice sprawling save there by the Osseo goaltender, Matt Vanwig. Osseo, a shot and a save by Jager. Scott Jager, he came in here and he has been tested early and often in the second period, but so far nothing doing for Osseo, but they're still 3-0. Blaine's gonna have to start getting their offense going here 5 minutes into this second period. So far in the second period, no goals, no penalties for either team. Lots of back and forth action. Osseo with a lot of shots on net. And we're gonna have a tripping here. A tripping penalty called on Osseo's number 9. That's gonna be Jacob Pernula. He's the leading goal scorer for Osseo. Penalty came at 4:48 in the second period. And so now Osseo, they're down one man here for the second time in the game. They had one penalty in that first period. And Blaine also had one. No power play goals scored by either team. They've all had one opportunity here. And Osseo so far has the best chance being down a skater here. It's definitely not good for Blaine there. This is going to be a key time that they need to score a goal if they want to try and win this game. So if Osseo can manage to kill off this penalty, there's about a minute left in it. They're gonna be in good position to end up winning this game the way Blaine hasn't been able to generate offense with 5-on-5. And so far they have had nothing with 4-on-5. So Blaine brings it in. A shot on, got deflected away. Wasn't really much of a shot, just sort of the puck got loose and went on to net. So Blaine's cycling it around the points. Tries to get it down along the boards. Osseo takes it away. And he sent it all the way down. And Jager, He deflects it away to his own man. Puck gets taken away by Osseo. No! Missed a big opportunity there. If he could have got that pass through, number 8, Jim Jensen, would have had a chance for his second goal of the night, going right towards the net. Now Osseo's full strength and got a whistle here. Didn't quite see for what. But the faceoffs can come in the Osseo zone. Both teams changing up their lines now. And Blaine cycles the puck down behind the Osseo net. They need to get some shots on net. They haven't had very many here. And everyone hasn't had much on it. That puck went up into the net, so there's going to be another face-off in the Osseo zone. And Blaine, they've managed to control. Oh, I guess they're going to bring the face-off out of the zone. Just out of the zone, out of Osseo zone here. But Blaine, they managed to keep the puck in the Osseo zone, but anything that's sent on net has had nothing on it. The Osseo goaltender, he's done a pretty good job, but he hasn't been tested much. Where Blaine, quite a few of the shots on them have been some pretty tough shots. Osseo tried to deflect that one. All they ended up doing was deflecting it wide of the net. Now Blaine is controlling their own zone. Gets it out across center ice. 2-on-2 break. Oh! Shot. Osseo's goaltender, Vanwig, he was screened, but he just caught a glimpse of it the last second. I thought that almost went through the 5-hole, but he just managed to cover it up, and now the face-off is going to be just to the right of him. And Osseo controls. Osseo back behind their own net, trying to set something up here. And they're going to control, bring it out now. Long cross-ice pass gets deflected. And now they control, and a big hit along the boards. Nice stick save there. And Jager hitting it all along, but Osseo manages to keep. Blaine takes it back though, and they're skating through center ice. Blaine, they've had a tough time getting passes to their teammates, and when they have, they've had a tough time controlling them. So that's really been the problem with Blaine, is they haven't had much crisp passing, where Osseo, their passing has been very good. Just about every goal has been set up well by a pass. The shot from the point, those are about the only shots that Blaine can even get off, and most of the time they don't get through. They get knocked down by either a Blaine player or an Osseo defender. Osseo trying to control behind the Blaine net. There's an Osseo player down. He got hit up along the boards. Try and see who that is. I can't quite tell right now. But he got hit hard along the boards, and he's down right now. So we're going to take a time out here for a second until we... And it looks like it's number 8, Jim Jensen. Jim Jensen, he's the leading assister for the team with a goal here in this game, but he's down right now and trying to find out what the problem is. I didn't see the hit. It was behind the play a little bit, but he's up now and he's skating, so that's a good sign. Seems to be okay. It's not really skating off fine. I think he just took a rough hit along the boards and got the wind out of him a little bit. Let's hope that's all it is. We don't want to see anything major happen to anybody. But so Blaine controls the face-off and gets it out of the zone now. And we got a whistle now. There's going to be a penalty here on number 10 of Osseo. Number 10 is Eric Moody. Was at 8:48 in the period. Penalty on Moody. Well, wait a second to find out what the penalty was. So Blaine again is on the power play, but Osseo has the puck in the Blaine zone more than the penalty on Moody was roughing. So it's the second power play now for Blaine in this period. Third of the game, and so far they've had nothing going with it. They spent very little time being able to set up. And there's a bouncing puck. And no goal. No goal. I don't know how he managed to save that one. The puck went flying up in front of him, fell down. It looked like he had it, but it was bouncing around there. He fell down and somehow covered it up. A great play by Van Wijk. So Blaine misses an opportunity there. Puck covered again. There's just under a minute left in this power play. There's 57 seconds now in the power play. And the Blaine takes control. They somewhat had control of the puck. They do now. And that puck got hit by the referee. And a breakaway here for Osseo. And a goal. They call it a goal. Jagger, he doesn't agree with it. He says it's not a goal. He has the puck in his glove. That was close, but they're calling it a goal. So, a goal at 9:10. I'm sorry, at 10 into the period. I believe it was number 8, Jensen, on that breakaway. And you can see the referee explaining to the coach why it's a goal. He doesn't believe that it should be one. If it is a goal, that'll be a shorthanded goal, 2 scored. But they put it on the board, and the Blaine coach, I believe he's saying that he had saved it and had it in the glove before. I don't know. There, he definitely didn't believe that puck crossed the line. Definitely didn't cross the line on the ground, or on the ice, I'm sorry, but it was in the air, and it was a tough one to judge. And now the other referee goes over to Blaine to talk it over. So, a little bit of controversy here. I can see why, though. I mean, Blaine was still somewhat in it, being down only 3-0, but now they'll be down 4-0 if this still stands, and I believe it will. I thought it crossed, but at the same time, the net did come off its pegs, but it was forced off by the Blaine goaltender when he fell over. So, and yep, it is a goal. So, shorthanded goal for Osseo on the breakaway. And it was scored by Jensen. Was scored by Jensen at this 11:10 into the period, a shorthanded goal breakaway. So Osseo, they picked up a shorthanded goal, and Blaine Still on their third power play for another 9 seconds. They have not managed to score a goal at all here. Osseo leads 4-0. And Jagger, he thought he had saved it, but he didn't. So here we are, Blaine just at the end of their power play. Osseo sends it in, and now a full strength for Osseo, up 4 goals again, or up 4 goals now, not again. And Blaine now sends it in, gets a shot on, covered up nicely though here. And face-off is going to come inside the Osseo zone now. And, ooh, Blaine got a little bit of a poke there that got it on net, but again, saved and covered up. So, 4-0 lead by Osseo, picking up that short-handed goal by Jensen. That was the second of the game. So, and Blaine, you can definitely tell that they're getting frustrated and they're getting some hits out there on some of the Osseo players. That puck got cleared out of the rink. There's 5:39 left to play. Face-off's coming inside the Osseo zone. Osseo controls it though, gets it out center ice. They bring it in, manages to keep it, but it'll be a hand. But Blaine touches first, so no hand pass. And Osseo controlled for a second, tried to set it on net, got knocked down. Blaine trying to get it out, and they finally managed to. Controlled by Osseo though. They brought it back in their own zone. And gets it out to center. But Blaine takes over. Blaine skater lost his edge. Sends on a nice kick save. And Blaine gets it back in the Osseo zone. There's going to be a penalty here called on Blaine. A little bit of frustration penalty right there. It was behind the play, not even on. The penalty is going to be on number 13 for Blaine. Number 13 for Blaine is Mike Windenhammer with the penalty at 12:15 into the period. So now Osseo on the power play. They didn't manage to get anything with their first power play. Osseo player loses his skate, and Blaine, they went to go clear it out. There would have been a hand pass. And the penalty on Windenhammer is slashing. So there's still a minute 40 left in this power play for Osseo. Again, they've had one power play so far and didn't capitalize on it. But the last time they were shorthanded, they did get a goal. So they're going to try and get a goal here late in this period with the power play. Blaine takes away the puck. It's a one-on-one break here. Shot saved, and they blew the whistle, even though Osseo didn't really cover that puck, but they did blow the whistle. So the faceoff's going to come in the Osseo zone. They're on the power play with a minute 27 left. They haven't gotten a shot off yet in this power play. They're 0 for 1 so far. And Osseo's going to bring it in. They get it behind the Blaine net. Going to set up their offense now. Going to cycle it around. Get it out to the wing. They go to the point, out to the point. One-timer. Tried to deflect it down. Shot. Ooh. That shot hit off the boards and bounced out in front of the goal. Jagger lost it for a second. But luckily, no, for Blaine, no Osseo stick. Found the puck and got it in on the net because Jagger's back was turned. He couldn't find the puck. So the face-off's now going to be inside the Blaine zone. There's still 53 seconds left on that slashing penalty. Again, that penalty is definitely a frustration penalty of Blaine. It's behind the play. Really no need for it to happen. Another shot from the point. Wide. Osseo still controls though. Gets out the point. Looks for a one-timer. Then overskated a little bit. Osseo takes control back, skates it in. Now. Oh. And the net is off its peg just a little bit. So, I'm going to blow the whistle and the face-off. Here, 24 seconds left in the power play. Will be in the Blaine zone. Osseo with about one shot on net here in this power play. They've managed to get a couple of shots from the point, but nothing down around the net. And Blaine takes it away with 10 seconds left on the power play now. Osseo controls behind the net. Sends out in front. And it gets covered up by Jagger. Very good job by Jagger. Osseo had a chance for a one-timer goal with about 3 seconds left on the power play. He had a kick save and then dove on the rebound. So Blaine still though stay there for another 3 seconds. Even strength now. So again, Blaine kills off the penalty. So Osseo is 0 for 2 on the power plays. Blaine is 0 for 3, giving up a shorthanded goal. For Osseo there, 0 for 2. And Osseo still leads 4-0 here in this second period with 2:20 left to play in the second. And oh, again, more frustration there. On number 5, Hansen threw a little bit of a punch there on Osseo. He was trying to get up. The Osseo player was on top of him. So there is going to be a penalty actually called on Osseo's 21, Brian Durbin, and on Blaine's number 5, Hansen. At 2:16 left to play. So it's going to still be 5-on-5. So, like I was saying, each team will still have 5 skaters out there with penalties to each team. And Hansen gets 2 minutes for roughing. And Durbin also gets 2 minutes for roughing. Was at 14:48 into the period. So each player picks up a roughing penalty. And now there's going to be an interference call on Osseo's number 13, Garrett Hooker. At 15:31. I'm sorry, that was cross-checking. It's 2 minutes on Hooker for cross-checking. So now Blaine there on the power play again here. A minute for a minute 45. There's a minute 14 left in the period, so if Blaine doesn't score a goal, the penalty will carry over for just about 30 seconds. Osseo sends it down. Blaine now controls behind their own net, and they bring it along. Blaine, again, they have not done a very good job on the power play here. They haven't gotten many shots on goal. They've even given up a shorthanded goal on their last power play. That goal was scored by Jensen of Osseo, number 8. That was his second goal. The Osseo leading 4-0 with 36 seconds left in this second period. Oh, and Jensen, he was looking to go on the break again. Shorthanded shot on a glove save. Shot would have went over the net anyways, but Jagger had to be sure. Here, 24 seconds left in the period. Osseo short-handed. You get a shot of Jensen right there. And now a penalty on Blaine. And a penalty on Osseo. So the refs calling lots of penalties here. Both Blaine and Osseo get called penalty. For Osseo, it was number 8, Jensen. And for Blaine, I didn't quite see who it was. So Blaine's still on the power play the rest of this period. There's only 10 seconds left. Shot got deflected out in front. There's 4 seconds left. And that's going to be the second period. Osseo picks up their fourth goal by Jensen, and lots of penalties called in the end. Looks like the refs are trying to keep control as much as they can. Let's hope both coaches talk to their team here at the second intermission, make sure that neither team does anything that they're going to regret. We'll be right back after this break here at the end of 2. Blaine down 4-0.
Clarence, you and I should hang out more often. You know, he wears these cheap suits.
Back to Fogarty Arena. Blaine trailing 4-0 over. They're trailing by 4 against Osseo. It's a 4-0 game. Right now, Blaine still on the power play for 31 seconds, but both Blaine and Osseo had late unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. One was on Jensen for Osseo, and the penalty for Blaine was on number 9, Jake Haley. So, remember Jensen, he's scored 2 goals for Osseo. And we're underway here in the third period. Get Blaine trailing by 4. Blaine's still on the power play for another 20 seconds or so, but Osseo brings it into the Blaine zone. Blaine controls. Penalty's probably just about to be killed off by the time Blaine gets into the zone here with 5 seconds left now. Osseo controls behind their own net. And even strength now. Even strength for both teams. And again, both Osseo and Blaine. Blaine was getting a little frustrated near the end of that second period, and Osseo was retaliating, so lots of penalties were called late in the period. The refs had to try and keep as much control as possible. And like I said, hopefully the coaches talked to their team and said, you know, keep it under control. We don't want to see any dirty things here. Blaine now controls in the neutral zone, sends it back into the Osseo. They hold behind their own net, trying to find something to pass to. Cycling it around, and they get it out of their zone. Right now it's a 2-on-2, and oh! That is going to be a penalty called on Blaine for tripping. That early. Be called on number 19, Brad Jurdy, for tripping just a minute 48 into this period. So now Osseo is on the power play for 2 minutes here. They're cycling around. Neither team has scored a power play goal as of yet. Each team has been on it here 4 times now, and no goals have been scored by it. And the net came off, so there's a whistle, and face-off's gonna come inside the Blaine zone. Got a minute and a half left on the power play. And a goal! A goal scored by number 7, Osseo, with 2:12 into the period. Number 7, Rob Matheson. He got a goal out from the point. Jurdy, that's his second goal given up. But he's done a pretty good job overall, giving up 2 goals though. But they've been on some pretty tough shots. And another goal! This one scored by number 17, Nick Lindquist. At 2:31 into the period. Very quick goal. Jurdy, he just couldn't control that puck and kept on bouncing around, and finally Lindquist got it over him. So those goals were only 19 seconds apart. Very quick goals scored. And now we're seeing Blaine. They're definitely getting discouraged. They're not playing very good defense. They know most likely they're going to lose this game down 6-0 in the third period. And Jurdy, he covers up and then got sat on by Austin Endel. And now we have running time here with a 6-0 lead by Osseo. So running time. And Blaine cycles it behind. And Osseo now controls in their own zone. Cycles it out. We got a 2-on-2 break. Ooh, a pad save. No rebound put in by Osseo. And Blaine getting it along the boards here. It's out to the blue line for Osseo. Shot, pad save. Osseo tries to keep it and they can't. Goes all the way in their own zone. Gets taken back away by Blaine. Osseo gets it back now. Treats in their own zone, tries to get up along the boards. It hit the ref's skate. And so now it's in the Osseo zone. There's going to be a penalty called on Osseo for tripping, I believe. Hooking is going to be the penalty on number 20. That's Justin Albers at 12:22 in the period. So now Blaine again on the power play. But it has not helped Blaine thus far in this game being on the power play. They've actually given up a shorthanded goal and no goals scored, still being shut out 6-0. They really haven't had any really good opportunities to score against Osseo. Their defense has been stifled, and here's another breakaway by number 13. Oh no! Just went wide. For 13, Osseo, Garrett Hooker. He's one of the leading goal scorers for Osseo with 7. He had a chance for a shorthanded goal there, the breakaway, but just couldn't manage to get in. It just went wide of the net. The net came off, that's why the whistle blew. And now Osseo trying to get control in the Blaine zone, and they managed to. They're still shorthanded, and every time they've been shorthanded, they seem to have more opportunities to score than Blaine has when they've been on the power play, which normally isn't a good thing if you're trying to win a hockey game. And that puck goes up into the rafters and over. So faceoff's going to come in the Osseo zone with running time. This penalty is going to be killed off pretty soon here. There's 10 seconds left, and again with the running time. Blaine tries to control in the Osseo zone. And we're gonna be back to even strength. Osseo's back to full strength now. And Blaine's doing a good job of keeping it in the Osseo zone, but too bad it's spent too much time behind their own net. Now Osseo made a nice a big hit up along the boards, and he is down. That looked cheap. Tommy Burgum, he got hit headfirst into the boards, and he is hurt. I don't know why they didn't call a penalty on that one. That was unnecessary by Blaine. He shoved him right into the boards. So again, Blaine, when they get down, they get frustrated and they do dumb things just like that. That was completely uncalled for. So Burgum, he's up now. He got his bell rung pretty good there along the boards. He went head first. Didn't get a really good shot on the camera. It was on our camera's side, but I saw it here and it was bad. So they stopped the clock with the injury though now with 9:54 left in the period. And Osseo, they might just want to try and protect themselves for the rest of this game. Just because the wind's nearly in the bag, it's just, but Blaine, one thing I'd have to say about him is they get a little undisciplined when they get down big. They get frustrated and they put on a lot of hits that shouldn't be happening in a high school hockey game, or in any hockey game for that matter. Osseo now controls at center. They skated in. You see, there's another extra hit along the boards by Blaine, and none of this is called for. The referees are gonna have to start putting a stop to this pretty soon if it persists, because Osseo's already had 2 little injuries in this game. Jensen was one of them. He did come back and managed to score a goal, so lucky for Osseo he wasn't. And now a big hit by Osseo up against the boards, and they're going to call a penalty for roughing on Osseo. And number 9 for Blaine, Jake Haley, he's a little ginger. That penalty is going to be on number 18 for Osseo. Number 18, Jake Glenny. He hit him hard right in front of the Blaine bench. But Blaine's been doing the exact same thing. There's 8:44 left in the period. Now there's going to be another penalty called on Osseo. So they're going to be down 2 skaters here. It's going to be a cross-checking. So it's going to be on number 20, Justin Albers. At 9:47 in the third. So Osseo's down 2 skaters for Centennial Blaine has not managed to score a goal when they've had a 1-man advantage. Now it's a 2-man advantage for another 55 seconds. And they still don't have much going on here, even with the 2-man advantage. But now Osseo, those last 2 penalties were definitely retaliation penalties on some of the hits Blaine's been doing, and the old saying goes, referee only catches the last man. So, but Osseo's still up 6-0. A nice save there. There, blow the whistle. First penalty's coming to an end. There's 15 seconds and still running, waiting for the face-off. Osseo taking their ginger time to get in there for the face-off. The first penalty has only got 2 seconds left on it, so that's going to be killed off here, and it's going to be, they're going to be down 1 skater for another 28 seconds with Osseo. And the puck just kept in by Blaine, and that shot deflected, goes into the netting. So now face-off's going to come to Osseo's zone. And the second penalty is almost killed off here. 6:20 and running still. Only 5 seconds left on the penalty. And Blaine's taking a while to get in there for the face-off. So as soon as they drop the puck, they will be even strength now. So Osseo's back to full strength now. And the puck behind the Osseo net. Blaine spent a lot of time with it back there. And a nice deflection. And they are not going to call icing because it was a deflection. He didn't send it down there. That big hit along the boards by Osseo. That was a clean check up against the boards. Here, we're at 5:30 left. And another hit along the boards. This is getting really physical play the last few minutes here. And like I said, Osseo, both teams, they're just going to want to protect themselves. I don't know why they're, going out and doing some of these hits here, because people are going to get hurt. And you never want to see that. Osseo, they're still up 6-0 here. No goals so far for Blaine. Not very many chances at that either. Just about every chance they have had has been a pretty weak attempt. Shots from the point, go strong shots. And see, every time that they think they may have a break, Osceo's defense steps up. Even though in the early going, Blaine had a lot of time in the Osseo zone, most of that time was just cycling the puck, keeping it behind the Osseo net, not getting anything sent towards the goalie. So Osseo now controls their own zone behind the net, sends it up along the boards, out of the zone, taken away by Blaine, back by Osseo. And Jensen, he's looking for his hat trick. He passed it off. Shot from the point. A nice save. He got crossed up a little bit. The shot taken by Pernula. He's the leading goal scorer, and Jensen, he's the leading assister. But tonight, it's been Jensen with 2 goals, one of them being a shorthanded goal, breakaway in the second period. There's been 2 goals scored in this period by Osseo. It's very early in the period. There's 2 minutes and 12 seconds for the first and 2 minutes and 31. Nothing's been scored since by either team, obviously. Here, Blaine gets it out. We're seeing bodies going down everywhere for both teams. Now Osseo gets it in the zone. It was shoved there by Blaine to get Osseo off the puck. They do. They get out of the zone. There's going to be an offside, but Blaine touches up, so no offsides. Puck down behind the Blaine net here. Got just about 3 minutes left to play now. And another shot sent on, and it's a goal! It's a goal. It went through. Scored by number 21, Brian Durbin. That goal was scored 2:55 left in the period. Well, at 14:05 in the period, goal scored by Osceo's 21, Durbin. Blaine controls at neutral ice. It's taken away by Osseo. They sent it on it and covered up by Blaine. That was Durbin's second goal. His first goal was in the first period, so he has 2, and Jensen has 2. Another shot sent on and a kick save. Shot sent wide, goes around the net, out to the blue line. Osseo controls to get along. Blaine now controls behind their own net. They're skating it out. He couldn't find anyone to pass to. Now Osseo takes control. Looked for a little bit of a wraparound attempt, and a cutter was number 17, Lindquist, but they couldn't connect with them. That would have been an amazing opportunity for a goal. And there's going to be an icing here. We got minute 35 and still running. Faceoff's going to come in the Blaine zone. Obviously, Osceo's going to win this game, being up 7-0 here with just about a minute and 20 left to play. Osseo, I wouldn't completely say they have dominated this entire game. They have as far as scoring goes, but Blaine's done a good job keeping the puck in the Osseo zone, but couldn't produce anything. Most of Osceo's goals have been with very little time spent in the Blaine zone. But Osseo, to their credit, they've done amazing defense. They haven't allowed any goals, obviously, and they've, every time Blaine does control the puck in their zone, they do a good job not allowing any shots on net. A couple of pretty nice saves by the goaltender. He wasn't tested very much tonight, but when he was, he made the stops. Now again, we're seeing a little bit of some extra shoving there along the boards by Blaine. Pad save. And we got 20 seconds left. And now Osseo with a couple extra shoves here. See Jensen over there. So the sooner this game gets over, the better. And now some shoving by Blaine. This game is almost over. You don't want to get called for a fighting penalty or any sorts of that. And that's the game. 7-0 Osseo. The leading goal scorers were Jensen and Durbin for Osseo, 2 goals apiece. And hopefully we're going to see a good handshake here. We saw a lot of touchy stuff, extra pushing and shoving up along the boards. I thought we'd maybe see a fight break out, but game's over. Osseo, they had a couple of little injuries with some hard hits along the board, but nothing serious. So Osseo wins it 7-0 here at Fogarty Arena. For Channel 15, I'm Matt Androwski. We'll see ya next time.
The Minnesota Media Archive is brought to you by North Metro TV. Your support helps make the archive possible. If you like this video, please consider a one-time donation.